welcome to Flip TV News. My name is Tolu.
Good day, welcome to News Update on Flip TV. My name is P. Oladipo. Another Dangote truck has again crushed three people to death on Sunday in Auchi, Edo State, after it reportedly suffered brake failure and rammed into a white Mercedes-Benz GLK along the Benin-Okene Expressway. Eyewitnesses said the impact of the collision mangled the car, which was carrying four occupants, killing three instantly and leaving one survivor critically injured. The deadly crash comes just days after another horrifying incident involving a Dangote truck in the same Auchi axis. Recall, the witness reported how Otana Roots Bodom, a fresh student of Auchi Polytechnic, was struck by a Dangote truck while riding on a motorcycle. Witnesses described the driver as underage and unlicensed. Roots lost one leg on the spot and now faces the possible amputation of the other. Meanwhile, the tragedy has sparked outrage among residents and religious leaders. Popular preacher and founder of the Omega Fire Ministries International, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, condemned the incident, stressing that it was avoidable. In a statement on his Facebook page on Sunday, he wrote, "Dangote Industries, you are not the only rich man on earth. Your recklessness in managing your business has caused harm to families and made many parents childless. Your truck just killed three persons a few minutes ago in Auchi. You give trucks to little boys who are high on drugs and untrained. This won't go unchallenged," he said. Peace Oladipo. Despite widespread public anger over economic hardship and insecurity, Saturday's by-election across 12 states has reinforced the dominance of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC), which clinched 12 of 16 seats, exposing and deepening the decline of the People's Democratic Party and the fragility of other opposition platforms. The polls, organized by the Independent National Electoral Commission, were held in 16 senatorial, federal, and state constituencies. Some political leaders saw them as a test of the influence of frontline platforms, including the ruling All Progressive Congress, the embattled main opposition People's Democratic Party, and the New Nigeria's People Party. Confusion and leadership disputes in the Labour Party, as well as new wave coalition of the opposition politicians under African Democratic Congress, marred their participation. The LP also complained of the intimidation, vote buying, and manipulation of the process. Despite the subdued complaints, President Tinubu congratulated all the winners, describing the exercise as another milestone in Nigeria's democratic consolidation. The president said INEC conducted what could be considered as a largely high-pitched polls devoid of violence and irregularities, insisting that the outcome reflected the will of the people, describing the result as a good omen for the APC under its new national chairman, Prof. Nentawai Liwadat. President Tinubu declared in the general outline of the results, while the ruling party swept the majority of constituencies and consolidation, its national spread, its main rival PDP suffered setback, securing only one major victory in Oyo State. For the All Progressive Grand Alliance, which faces a re-election battle in November, it was a sweet victory. In contrast, Rabiu Kwankwaso NNPP struggled to retain relevance in Kano, while the ADC failed to deliver any upsets despite its pre-election billing. In a strategic move to strengthening leadership and reposition the Nigerian army for greater operational effectiveness, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has approved the posting and appointment of some senior officers to key command, instructional, and staff positions across various formations and units of the Nigerian Army. Acting Director, Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Apollonai Anale, in a statement yesterday, said the redeployment encompasses a few principal staff officers at the Army headquarters. Two general officers commanding corps commanders, commandants of training institutions, and brigade commanders, among other appointments critical to the Army's operational and administrative structure. They charged the newly appointed senior officers to redouble their efforts and commitments to duty in ensuring the sustenance of the ongoing onslaught against terrorism, insurgency, and other threats to national security as they assume their new appointments. He also reiterated his commitment to the welfare of the troops. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Air Force has trained the first batch of officers in a 5-day civilian arm mitigation in air operation course aimed at reducing collateral damage during air missions. In another development, a northern group, Arewa think tank, has hailed the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, over the arrest of the leader of the Mahmuda terrorists who had been terrorizing the people of Bogu in Niger State, saying that it was an enormous achievement in recent times. A statement by the convener of the group, Muhammad Yakubu, noted that Ribadu's collaboration with the armed forces and intelligence agencies had paid off to deliver one of Nigeria's counter-terrorism successes. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated former military ruler General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida on his 84th birthday, describing him as a leader whose bold reforms and infrastructural strides continue to inspire Nigeria's development trajectory. The president rejoiced with the family, friends, and associates of the ex leader, noting that his 8 year stewardship significantly reshaped the country's socio-economic and political landscape. Tinubu celebrated Babangida's distinguished military career, which saw him serve as an instructor at the Nigerian Defense Academy, commander of the 4 Reconnaissance Regiment, commander of the Nigerian Army, Armored Corps, director of Army Staff Duties and Plans, and Chief of Army Staff before assuming national leadership. Reflecting on his administration, the president said Babangida would be remembered for the massive investment in infrastructure, most notably the Third Mainland Bridge, and for economic reforms that liberalized the Nigerian economy and widened opportunity for growth. He further recalled the celebrant establishment of enduring national institutions such as the State Security Service, National Intelligence Agency, Defense Intelligence Agency, and the Federal Road Safety Corps, alongside the creation of new states and the relocation of the federal capital from Lagos to Abuja. Tinubu lauded the former military president for his service and sacrifices to the nation and prayed to Almighty Allah to grant him more years of good health, wisdom, and strength to continue offering counsel for the progress of the country. In his goodwill message, former President Goodluck Jonathan extolled the virtues of the ex-military leader, describing him as one of Nigeria's finest and most committed leader. Jonathan made the remarks in Mina, Niger State, during a visit to Babangida's residence to celebrate his 84th birthday. Speaking with journalists after the visit, Jonathan said General Babangida's contribution to the national unity and governance has left a lasting legacy. That's all on the news. My name is Peace Oladipo. Thank you.